All right, we're live. I'm so excited. We're here doing the new moon reading in Libra, October 16th. What is amazing to me is not only is this a super moon, meaning the moon is just literally closer to the earth, but of course we've got the Libra new moon in Libra season, which makes me all sorts of excited. It is, to me, literally this time of making things right, of bringing the scales back even. So I hope that you're going to enjoy this business energy reading. I'm excited to see what's going to come up. But for me, that overall thing is looking in your business, trying to see where you can make things even, where you can make an even playing field. So everyone gets to play. Everyone gets what they need. So that's like really the energy that I'm feeling, and that's probably it's Libra on Libra energy, right? And we've got a couple other things going on right now too. We've got Mercury that just went in retrograde. Of course, Mars is still retrograde in Aries, and Saturn and Pluto are in Capricorn. So we've got a lot of what I call maybe a little bit more harsher energy going on, right? So there's going to be outburst and a bit more friction. But I think it's kind of beautiful for this friction to come up personally, as well for it to come up in our businesses, because when that friction comes up, when those issues get to rise, we get to use this beautiful, loving, diplomatic Libra energy to right things again. So keep that in mind as you're going through as disagreements come up and everything, that this is a time to really look at how can I use this energy of this time, this Libra on Libra energy, to really to smooth things out, to see from the other point of view all of those things, to really unite, right? Libra really wants to bring everyone around the table and break bread. And so we're going to see all those fissures coming up, right? Where we can say, okay, now let's see how we can unite. Now, okay, over here, let's see how we can unite. So that's kind of why I'm excited about this Libra on Libra energy. But let's get into the energy reading, shall we? All right, so I've got several decks to the right of me that I'm going to be using during this reading. And this is just how I do it. I just grab the deck, do kind of a little shuffle, and then we see what comes up. I wait to see what calls out. For those of you who don't know me, I realize I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Africa Arshield. I'm an intuitive business coach. I love working with spiritually and socially conscious spiritual entrepreneurs who really want to make a deeper impact, higher profit. But I do it in such a way where we reclaim 20 plus hours of your week and then start skyrocketing what you're doing. Because we need the time, the space, the creativity to really deepen our soul's work so we can bring it out and really emanate that in the world. So that is my secret sauce, is getting in there and getting all those systems straight, really giving you back your time again. So you can do even more. All right. So let's see what we've got here. Got a few things that have come up. We've got Black Moon Lilith. For those of you into numerology, this is 12, and it says mystery. And this is actually a really interesting card. I was reading something about Black Moon Lilith earlier. Really being on the cusp of something, and I just can't remember quite offhand. I want to say it was Aries, coming into Aries. But again, it just, it was. It's bringing all of that up again, right? It's bringing all that energy, that passion, which really can kind of turn into arguments, disagreements. And Black Moon Lilith is really one of those planetoids, bodies, that comes up in our chart. It's like, this is our truth, and we're going to stand in who we are, and we're going to speak it no matter what. And it's really standing up for yourself. So even though we've got all this Libra energy in here too, we've got a mismatch of energy, right? So in your business, stand up for what is right. Okay? Stand up for what is right. That's what Black Moon Lilith is reminding you of. So if it's busting some myths that are out there in your area, bust some myths. Tell the truth. Really stand tall and firm in your beliefs and get those out there so people can find you, so people can really see you and know that you are in integrity. Okay? That's what's going to be so important. I think this is why Black Moon Lilith is showing up. And of course, we've got Mars, because why not? That totally makes sense. Mars is card number 5 for those of you into numerology. And of course, we just talked about Mars. What was it? That Mars is retro in Aries. Mars naturally rules the first house, which is Aries. Black Moon Lilith that's over there playing along too. So we've got a lot going on. And Aries is how we see, like that first house is how we see ourselves, how we position ourselves in the world, how the world sees us, right? That's all in that first house, our self-identity, our ability to truly love and take care of and nurture ourselves. But it is also how the world sees us. So that's why it's so important with Black Moon Lilith being there, that you're standing up and you're standing up for what you believe is true and you're standing in integrity, because the world is seeing that. Others, right? Your ideal client, or what I call your divine client archetype, they are seeing that and they're determining whether or not they really want to work with you off of that. And so this is a really huge time in this new moon season to stand up. Mars is there giving it even more force, okay? And then we pulled up Leo, card number 17. And of course, Leo loves to be loved, just like Libra loves to be loved. It's funny, 2 signs that love to be loved. But Leo also is like the king. Leo stands proud. So that's still backing up this whole negative narrative of being in integrity with Black Moon Lilith, standing up for what you believe in so that you can be honored. And in return, what Leo brings to us, so that you're honoring others, right? So if the reason you believe in something, whether it's a certain methodology or whatever, if that is because of someone else, honor that person as you're speaking about that, right? Where's your lineage? Where's your heritage? So you put, not only are you being kind of, for lack of a better word, being put on a pedestal, but you're also elevating others, okay? By saying your lineage, where you're come from, right? And how you got to this place. So I think that's really important. I'm really excited about that. So we've got some good things going on. It's just because I know this is going to be an interesting season to navigate because of all of what's going on with all that kind of mismatched energy with Aries and Mars and Saturn and Pluto and Capricorn, because that's kind of a lot of energy that at one way of explosion, another way of restriction. So how do we balance that? That's why it's so wonderful that it's in the middle of Libra season. All right, so let's see what else we've got here for us. If you have questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. I'm happy to answer some questions about this business energy. All right, let's see what we got here. We've got a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra, which is exactly where we are, the new moon in Libra. I've actually don't think I've ever had that happen. But it is, and to me, it's Libra's always, like I said, is the diplomat. Libra's always going to root for the underdog, and there's a certain romanticism around that. I'm not saying that because I don't do love astrology or anything like that, or love tarot or any of that. This is about business. So this is really kind of deepening and falling back in love with your own clients and them falling in love with you. And I really think the reason that's happening, that love, is because you're standing in integrity with the Black Moon Lilith. So I think that's really, really what's going on here. I'm actually pretty excited about it, guys, because it really means that typically when you're standing in your integrity, you're speaking what needs to be spoken. Okay, that's a card that popped out. You're speaking about what really needs to be spoken. We've got all sorts of cards flying out now. That means that might be it, guys. I think that's it. That means that usually other good things are coming. So we've got quite a bit here to talk about. All right, so let's see what we got. We've got the World reversed. World here being related to Saturn. We've got the Eight of Swords reversed. We've got the Two of Cups upright. The Ace of Wands reversed. The Queen of Cups reversed. Like I said, we had quite a bit. The Eight of Pentacles reversed. And Temperance reversed. So again, I want to, I didn't say this earlier, so I'm just kind of pulling these cards in a little bit of a different place so I can kind of see them a little better. But if you have your sun, moon, or rising in Leo, make sure to check that out. And when I say that, look in your natal chart, right? Check out where your Mars is in your Black Moon Lilith. So I think that really has more to do with what is actually in the now. But definitely look where, if your Sun, Moon, or Rising's in Leo. And we've got a couple more here, but we'll kind of take them as they come. All right. So what we have is kind of what I look at as a journey. It's an interesting one. All right. So going back over here to our Saturn, the World reversed. And so it's kind of like things will kind of still be spinning as you're making these adjustments, as you're really going back in and falling in love with your client, as you're standing in love with your integrity and standing up for your integrity, and they're getting to know you better. It kind of can feel like your world's being kind of tossed upside down. That's really because it's going to take a different part of you coming out and being there and being seen by your client. And it might not be the carefully constructive narrative that you have going on right now for your client. Eight of Swords reversed. And that just continues here. It can be a little jarring, especially intellectually, if you think that what you have going on right now is the best way. You're going to find that it's really not. It's kind of turning things upside down. Communication can get a little messed up. Not a surprise. We're Mercury in retrograde. But communication can get a little wonky right now. So you want to be really, really clear in how you're communicating things, why you are now standing up for certain things that maybe you didn't talk about before. Then we have the Two of Cups. Again, that kind of more romantic connection, that more of a connection of understanding is what I like to, like, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, really understanding one another and coming to better alignment with your clients or potential clients. Ace of Wands reversed. And what I'm seeing here is it's not like, even though there's all this energy going on right now, and usually like Ace of Wands, that's like a spark of energy and stuff going on. Especially there's a lot of Aries in there, a lot of Mars in there. And what I'm seeing it being reversed is it's not going to be as tumultuous, right? This isn't a tower moment for you. It's kind of like people will get it. Just be sure you're clear when you're speaking, right? As clear as you can be. You're going to have to repeat messages over and over again. And I really, at this moment, would say stick with the same messages. Whatever that new message is, stick with it. Repeat it over and over again. Obviously, it gets boring if you say the exact same thing, especially to you. Usually not to your clients. They're like, yeah, I need that. It's like medicine for me. But you might want to put like a little different tweak on it here and there, but speak that same message clearly over and over again, whatever it is that has you standing up in your integrity. And that makes it to where all this kind of mismatched crazy energy going on right now gets tempered. Okay, probably why we have temperance at the end, but we'll see. All right, so we've got the Queen of Cups reversed, as I said earlier. And so that just means that heavy Scorpio energy. We're coming into Scorpio. That's probably where we're now sliding into Scorpio. We're not quite there yet. That's why it's reversed. But it's that energy of diving deep. So from here, you're going to be starting, you will be taking some deep dives. Right now, we're kind of at that surface level of rejigging, re-energizing, re-getting to know and bringing other things forward. Remember that, Leo, putting others on a pedestal. We're kind of at the beginning of that, which will go deeper once we get into Scorpio season. What's that, the 23rd, 24th of this month? Can't remember offhand. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. And we got, again, what were we talking about earlier? I said that Saturn was coming in and Sagittarius. All right, so that was a lot just said right there. Okay, what I want to say is Saturn's coming into Capricorn. I'm just looking and I'm kind of seeing Sagittarius in this card, which means kind of, again, this is what's happening as we're moving from here into the full moon in Taurus, okay? So as we're starting to slide into Scorpio season, so kind of going along, there's still going to be some things that are uncovered. There might be a new way that you're doing business now that you're going to learn and develop over this time period. As you're standing up, you're seeing how your clients are responding and your potential clients are responding. You might find that there's just a new way that you're going to start doing things. And that's going to be developed over time. And as that comes into fruition, that's where you're going to start reaping those rewards. All right, so then we end up with Temperance reversed, which is definitely Sagittarius. It's nice that those two cards are kind of next to each other. I think there's going to be a little bit of luck that happens with this, but I think really as you're going in, you're making those changes that I saw there with the Eight of Pentacles. Seeing Temperance there reverse, it just means it's not yet. So it's not in the now moment, it's in the coming moments. So as we get closer and closer to Scorpio season, as we get closer and closer to the full moon in Taurus, I mean, let's just say it. Taurus is all about money, right? So it totally makes sense as we're getting closer and closer to that full moon in Taurus, which happens to be on Halloween, which is awesome. I will be back here on the 31st for the full moon in Taurus, probably, I'm hoping, in a costume. So definitely come back and check that out. As we get closer and closer there, you'll find that all the stuff starts to be manifest. So stand up for yourself, stand up for what you believe in. Make sure that you're always staying in integrity so that your clients can see that. Because when we stay in integrity and our clients see that, our potential clients see that, that's, they always talk about in our industry, know, like, trust factor, right? And they can know you, like you can be on their radar. And they might even like some of your pictures, maybe have some lifestyle pictures out there or whatever. But for them to trust you means that you have stayed in integrity. So what are you doing to show them who you really are and what you stand for? That's what makes them trust you. And FYI, that's also what makes them know and like you too. All right, so that's what I have for you this time for this super moon, new moon reading in Libra for October 2020. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And with that, I say peace, joy, love to you.